Alright, so let's get this kicked off, you guys. And hopefully this works better than it did last time. So I think there's always like a bit of a lag when I start this. I think I gotta double check this, but looks like there's always a bit of a lag when I actually click go live to when you guys actually see me start talking. So we'll give everybody a chance to jump in and we'll go from here. So I think you guys will have to let me know. The audio should sound significantly better. And once I confirm that, I'll tell you guys what was going on last time. So it should sound decent, I would think. But let me know in the comments if we're sounding okay this time. And then we'll continue here. We got Matt staying in the house. We got a bunch of people in here. Let me move this actually, so I can see your guys' comments a little bit better. There we go. That's what I think. Boom. Oh, Matt Sanchez. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, so I'll tell you guys what like this audio should be better than what we've ever had. Obviously, we've got like a mic setup. So what was happening last time, if you guys jumped on the last live, we had like some crazy echo. And what was going on is my camera, I had like this as the mic, but then also the camera that's recording this or filming this, it had a mic that was somehow enabled. So you guys were getting the audio from this plus the camera, and that's where the echo was coming from. It wasn't actually the room. It was two mics, not directly beside each other. So that's where the difference in the echo was coming from. So we got her dialed in, though. Hopefully we'll be all right. Think first, Matt says, hopefully I don't miss it or work tonight. Hell yeah. Mopar dude, let's get boosted. Yes, sir. Focus says, have you heard of Doug Levin Motorsports? Name sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what they do, but that doesn't mean anything. There's lots of guys out there, so it's hard for me to know everybody. Resolute says, hey, what's up? Mopar dude said, hey, there he is. What's up, what's up? Found out what was wrong with my Dakota. What was wrong with your Dakota? John Taylor says, hi, John. What's up, John, as well? Back at you. Big fan of the channel. I have a TRX myself. Love the Hellcat platform. Heck yeah. Yeah, TRX is definitely a nice truck. I wish I could, with all the other toys, I say I wish I could afford one, and then everybody's going to say, well, you could afford it with all the stuff you have. But I would have to get rid of a lot of my stuff to be able to afford one of those, because that's a hefty price tag. What else? So I'll chat a little bit, get you guys updated. So we got a lot of stuff going on this week. I was trying to get wrapped up on a bunch of stupid stuff, and like the previous week we had like back to back just madness. We came back from Mo Party, then the hurricane pretty much rolled in. Then my buddy Brandon ended up coming down from Canada, so we were doing like hurricane cleanup. Plus, I had to help him with his car, fix it, and then my dad rolled into town, so he was down visiting. So then I hung out with him for a little bit, and now this week I should mostly be back on track. Only stupid thing is just like probably like 2-3 hours ago I was out back cleaning some stuff, and I literally just stepped on a nail and it went right through my shoe. It wasn't like in the garage or anything like that, but I was working out back, just doing yard work, and stepped clean on a nail, and it does not feel good. So I'm hopefully I'm not a gimp tomorrow and I can walk around on this thing, because it definitely sunk into my foot pretty good. So yeah, there's that. But what I do want to get going for us this week is I got a few things. So I've got a new set of wheels for the Hell Ram. I've been testing for the last 2 days, I would say. Testing the Hell Ram and the new drive shafts. So far, so good. I've had it up pretty dang fast, over 100 miles an hour, and it doesn't seem to be vibrating anything that I can really notice. Good news there. The reason why I'm telling you that is because I had to get the built drive shaft in there so that we could start getting ready to go to the track. So built drive shafts in there. We got the 5-inch custom aluminum drive shaft in there with the balancer. and it seems to be happy. So it's a good news for us. I also have the new wheels, so I have wheels that we can go to the drag strip with. So I'll be revealing those pretty soon as well. Shout out to my boy Chris for hooking me up with those. What else? SFT stuff. I know there's a lot of guys that want to see SFT stuff. I was gonna do it today, but day kind of got away from me a little bit today. So I'm thinking tomorrow is when I'm gonna tackle it. I'm gonna drag the SST out. We're gonna get the engine out of the bed since the engine's in the bed. I kind of want to like not detail the SST by any means, but I do want to clean it out a little bit. It's got a lot of like, it looks like it had some squirrels like nesting in the front end. So I want to clean that stuff up on the SST, just get all that crap out of there and make sure that it's not like holding moisture in the front fenders and stuff. So we'll probably use the shop vac, clean it up, get the engine out, get it on the stands. I might pressure wash it off quickly because it's kind of been sitting outside, so it's got some like loose stuff on it. So SFT stuff will be getting underway, and then I might be going to SEMA, guys. So not sure if any of you guys will be out there, but I might be attending SEMA. So that's another thing that's coming up in like 2 weeks. It's at the end of the month, beginning of the next month. So I think the official day for it is like the second, third, fourth, around there of November. So I might be out there. And if I do end up doing that, I'm not going to reveal it just yet, but I might be purchasing a truck out near the West Coast. So if that deal goes through, which it looks like it might, then I'll be flying out to Vegas, going to pick up this truck. We're going to attend SEMA probably, and then road trip this thing back, and then stop in Texas, or into Texas, I should say. See my buddies over there, see what kind of progress they're making on their projects, and then come back. Yeah, SEMA in Vegas. Quick SRT, thanks for the $5, man. Appreciate it. So thanks for the super chat. Let me know if there's any questions you got that you want me to specifically answer. Because usually, if somebody gives a super chat, I like to spend a little bit more time trying to answer any questions or giving back any value that I can. So let me know if there's anything specific you want to ask. And then for everybody else that's in the chat right now, if you drop a super chat, like I said, I'll answer your specific questions and try to deliver as much value as I can when you guys drop those. As far as everyone else that's in here, I try to do my best to get to everybody's comments, but if they start rolling in too much, then my eyes directly go to the super chats. So let's see what else we got here. He's popular in the Viper community. Just curious if you heard of him because I sent my car there. I haven't heard too much of him. Not to say that he's not good by any means, but I've heard of some other people before him. I've heard more of like ANC Performance, Calvo, Antmoto, Dan Cragen, like those guys. Quick SRT with the $10 super chat. Thank you, dude. TRX fun for John. Yeah, seriously, man. Seriously. Yeah, I gotta go just slightly off topic, but I have to figure out how to monetize this stuff a little bit more so that I can continue to do it full time. Not gonna lie, you guys, it's not like super profitable doing this stuff. So I'm gonna try to see how I can kind of manage this stuff, whether it's taking on other projects or eventually branching off and offering this stuff to customers. We'll see. Like if I can build other projects that aren't mine, then maybe I can profit that way just to keep the wheel turning. Because right now I'm just like, I'm not complaining by any means, but I'm just barely covering my expenses at the moment with buying all these vehicles and keeping them on this, keeping them registered and all that stuff. Let's see. Resolute says my rocker arms vacuum leak and 2 cylinders not working. Damn, that's sounds like a lot that was broken. Definitely not no simple fix at least. Quick SRT says yes to the hefty price tag. Came out to over 100K after tax, but no markup, so I'm happy. Yeah, no, they're pretty badass trucks though, for sure. I think my next big purchase, I don't know, there's just so many things I want to get, honestly. I want to get like a Hellcat car because I think there's a big market there to still, even though it's so saturated, like so many people have Hellcat Challengers and Chargers. I do think being the channel that we are with all the Mopar stuff, I do think it would be beneficial for us to have some sort of factory Hellcat powered vehicle. So either Trackhawk, Challenger, Charger, just one of the Hellcat factory cars that we can go to the strip with and have some fun with. I think it would be They would be a good move, but right now they're so freaking expensive. It's the markup on them is crazy. Max SEMA in Vegas. Yep. So I will be at, well, maybe be at SEMA in Vegas. I applied super late because, like I said, this purchase of this truck popped up. So I just made my submission to SEMA. You have to like apply, so there's like an application process. So I just did that today. So we'll see how that makes out. Just bought a 17 Ram Sport, and so far always kicks. What? Oh, and the fan always kicks on. Did that happen to your sport? Well, the fan is a clutched fan, so it's just always going to come on. So I'm assuming that's what you mean. Yeah, it's not. There is an electric fan on there, but the main cooling fan is a clutched fan. So every time you started, that thing was gonna roar like no tomorrow. Rude Mopar dude said, "Have you checked out Forza in Clearwater? Big horsepower Hellcat platforms." No, I have not. That's pretty interesting. I'll have to look into that. Resolute says, "Have a guy working on it and only charging me just for parts." Damn, that's a good setup. That is a good setup. Eric says, "Everyone hit the thumbs up." Yeah, definitely. We got 26 people in here and 12 likes. So smash that big thumbs up. I know it sounds repetitive. Everybody always says it, but it does help push the video to other potential people that might see our channel. So support your boy. What's up, Big John, aka Bruce Motorsports? What's up, man? Quick SOT said, "Just got incognito pulley from Ripa. What's your input on those?" I actually have one of those. So I have a incognito pulley that I haven't installed yet. Rumor on the street is that the older Hellcat tunes, like the factory tune, it would accommodate or adjust better for that, and the newer ones don't adjust as well. So I don't know how much truth there is to that, but that's what I've heard. So, but yeah, I do have one. At some point, I'll probably end up going to be putting it on the Ram because Ram's got more weight, so it needs all the help it can get. As for the plan with the Ram, we're gonna I gotta get a little bit more stuff dialed in with the tune, and then what we'll be doing is setting up for track. It's pretty much already there, but we'll go make some passes the way it is, and then we'll start tinkering with more stuff. So then we'll do probably the headers on it. We will be turning up the boost at some point as well, so we'll start doing all that stuff. We're gonna get the full exhaust on there. Right now, it's just got the Hooker Blackheart's log manifolds on there that are in the factory. They're bolted up to the factory Y pipe, the 5.7 Y pipe, which is a huge bottleneck on that truck. So once we open that up, it'll definitely make for more power for sure. But yeah, I'll let me know how you like the incognito. I haven't tried it yet, but I have it on the shelf here. But I will be playing with that soon as well. Joanna says 2014 Ram 1500. Need to replace the whole wiring harness dash interior. Is it easier to remove whole dash frame or just remove the dash? It depends which harness you're talking about. If you're just doing either way, if you watch my video when I actually did it, I ended up ultimately pulling the frame. So I pulled the dash pad off the frame, and then when I got into it, by the time I was all said and done, I ended up pulling the frame as well. So, and if you're talking just the dash wiring harness, I barely got the dash wiring harness out without pulling the frame, anyways. If you're talking like there's also a cab harness. So there's two harnesses that are in the truck: the cab harness and the dash harness. So if you're talking about both of those, I would definitely be pulling that frame. But I ended up pulling the frame ultimately just to do the dash harness because it was just easier. When for the power window conversion? So I have all the parts. Well, let me back up. I have most of the parts for the power window conversion. I've got the window switches. I've got the door lock actuators. I've got the wiring harness, the window motors. I have the frames with the regulators, all that stuff, and I have the door panels. But I actually did a little bit of just off-camera experimenting just the other day, and the wiring is we're gonna need to, if you have one of these trucks with roll-up windows and no door locks, you're gonna have to run wires. So there's gonna be two ways to do it. Either we run wires, the corresponding wires, and there's gonna be some that are gonna come from the fuse box, some that are probably gonna go to the body control module. So either we run those, or you end up swapping out the cab harness because there's pins that are missing on that cab harness that go to the door harnesses. So that's where we're at, because I tried just simply just plugging in the door harnesses, the ones with the power. I tried plugging those in and didn't power up, but I also noticed that there's a bunch of pins missing, so that's the reason why they're not powering up. So it's going to be a little bit more work than I thought it was originally going to be. So I'll probably take a poll on which way you guys would prefer to see it, whether it's just me trying to find a harness or whether it's me actually running the wires and pinning them in. So we'll take a poll on that, but that's going to be the hardest part for sure. Quick SRT says I'm going to do a 2.85 upper and injectors with the thermostat, hopefully by spring. Nice. Yeah, I have a thermostat on mine. And I don't have injectors, but I'm going to see. I'm going to talk to some tuners and stuff, see what we're going to work out. The one that I want to use, I don't think he likes using E85, so I'll see what the situation is there. I'm running enough, like I have enough fuel pump, and I have the fuel lines routed and sufficient for E85. I would have to upsize my injectors, but that's about it. But I'll have to find out, because I'm running like a dual 450 pump setup right now. So I've definitely got the fuel pressure, and so I got like a garden hose dash 10 going rail. So I'd have to just make the put bigger injectors in, and I could run E85, but we'll see what happens there. Quick SRT says I put a few of those on and taken them off. Issues with the belt slipping. Installed an ATI in its place, no problems. Yeah, I heard something like that too. What you could do though is if you do have the belt slip, you could send it out to get the carbonite coating. So I don't know. I haven't messed with it yet, so I couldn't tell you, but we shall see. There's some feedback though from Rude Mopar dude. Joanne says BCM. I'm not sure what you're referring to with BCM, but hopefully I answered your question about removing the dash frame. John, Sony 99 extended cab Dakota has a two-piece bolted frame. Why the F would Dodge do that? Any insight? I guess a few reasons. They're making the back half of the frame. They're making it serviceable, so if you got rear-ended, that you could just unbolt it, bolt in a new section. So that's my reason why I think they would do it. But other than that, I don't have a reason. It might have been cost savings, but I think it's just serviceability. If you get rear-ended, you just unbolt the back half of the frame and bolt on a new one. So that's my guess, but you'd have to ask Dodge for that. The real answer. Are you going to put OEM remote start on the Hellcat Ram? It's more complicated than that. We're going to be working on some stuff, and it's going to be uncharted territory because how do I explain this? There's so much different stuff on the Hellcat Ram. So running the Hellcat computer has the ability to switch between different drive modes depending on whether you have the black key or the red key. But nobody really knows, and it's going to take a bit of experimentation and see if it's even possible, but nobody really knows if the Ram truck RF hub is able to sense a red key. Probably not. And then not only that, but I don't think you could run a Charger Challenger RF hub in a Ram. So, and that's with the communication. It's the module that's responsible for communicating to the keys because they're running on different frequencies and different codes. So that's the big mystery. Nobody really knows. So I'm going to experiment with that at some point. What I will be doing though is I'll probably be installing remote start on my EcoDiesel a lot sooner than that because that's just a matter of getting the other key fob, programming it. You can put the hood latch in there, or you can just put a resistor to bypass the hood latch. So probably be doing that pretty soon, just so I can kind of go through the process of programming a key with Alpha OBD. But as far as the Hellram, it's going to be a lot different process. Let's see. I'm trying to go through as many comments as I can. Like I said, if you guys are finding these lives helpful, definitely drop a thumbs up. If you guys want me to answer and spend more time on your specific question, drop a super chat, and I'll spend more time on your specific question that you have. Eric said, "Have you got the full potential out of the Hellram, like Red Key Power, or is that still a project?" Yeah, I think I probably just answered that question by accident. If I had the money, I'd buy the Hellram right now. Yeah, I mean everything's well, I shouldn't say everything, but the Hellram's definitely for sale for the right buyer for the right price. And going back to what we were talking about earlier, from Quick SRT, like I wouldn't sell it unless it was close to TRX money or in and around that. Um, and then if it does sell, I'll just let you guys know. So if you guys do know somebody that wants to buy it, it is potentially for sale. If we do sell the single cab Ram, the Hellram, then I'll probably be building a all-wheel drive one next. So don't be sad. I think it'd be exciting, but I'll just throw that out there. If anybody does want to buy it, it is for sale, tentatively. And then if it does sell, then I'm just going to build a all-wheel drive version of it. Cool video on the 428 Hemi Express truck with the Pro Charger. I can't wait to see what it runs in the quarter. Yeah, definitely be interesting. Are you guys pinning the crank on your 6.2? No, I know they recommend pinning it, but really the pinning doesn't really it's not essential until you like it. If that bolt, the crank pulley bolt, backs off, then you're screwed. I don't know on stock horsepower levels. I don't think it's an issue. I don't know about the guys that are running the different pulleys, whether they start pinning them or if anybody's experienced anybody's crank pulley slipping and killing the snout. I'm not sure. I just bought a 16 Ram Sport. Your videos have helped me immensely, sir. I'm hooked on that Hemi. Yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen. SRT stars. Hi, John. I'm using the Ultimate 9 throttle controller in my TRX and also in my Jeep Grand Cherokee. Have you tried using something similar instead of a tuner? Yeah, so I've been using the one by Holly. I've been using their version of it. So I have some videos on it too, and I have one on my Eco Diesel, and then I also have one on the Hellram as well. But it makes a huge difference. I like that one, the one that I have better, the one by Edge, because it'll sync to your phone, so you can change the different settings from your phone with Bluetooth. You don't have to have the big ugly thing on your dash like some of the competitors ones. And then also it comes with a Bluetooth remote that you can put in your glove box and stuff like that. You don't have to physically run a wire and have a wire sticking out. Think first with the emojis, Mac with thumbs up, SRT. Honestly, having done both, I'm thinking some tunes are just a throttle position remap. I'd be interested to see you try one with your Eco Diesel. I already have one, yeah. Yeah, so I have a video of it on the Eco Diesel. I think I did the install on that, and I did the install on the Hemi. But yeah, I run both of them on what is it, Sport Plus or whatever, like the one right below the max, and it just makes a huge difference. So, but yeah, lots of stuff coming up, you guys. Just and you guys are gonna freak out if I end up getting this other truck that I'm working on trying to finalize a deal on. If I end up getting that, you guys are gonna lose it. Try not to give away too much right now. I will ask though, if I were to build a I don't know, build, or if I were to do a giveaway, I kind of want to get into the giveaway thing. A lot of people are doing it. A lot of YouTubers are doing it. Most of those YouTubers are a lot bigger than I am, so they have a lot more merch that they're selling, and it just makes a lot more sense for them, or it's easier for them to do. I'm trying to think how I would do it because I don't have enough of a merch store that you guys can go and buy a bunch of stuff to be able to for it to be able to justify or amount up to the price of a vehicle. So I kind of wanted to do some sort of giveaway, but I think I would have to build up a merchandise store first. And then even then, I think it would be cutting it really close on the vehicle that I want to purchase to be able to make it into a giveaway vehicle. I think I'd have to start off with something cheaper first just to kind of get the ball rolling. But I did want to do something kind of cool. I have some ideas. I just don't know with the size that the channel is now and with the merchandise available that I would be able to afford to do a giveaway. I think I would probably lose my ass on it, if I'm being honest. But I would like to somehow get into this stuff. Right now, it's a one-man show. I think we need more people on board to get this all start happening. Been looking good on content lately. What is some of the small things you have to tackle and left on the Hellcat swap trucks? Yeah, it's just like an ongoing thing. So there's always something. I still have the door panels finished on the Hellcat. Uh, what else? The power steering pump, I think, is messed up. So I think I got to replace the power steering pump. I got to put a power steering cooler. So I'm trying to get one of those on its way, so I can finally install a cooler. When we built the Hell sorry, so many hell things, Hellcoda, we never installed the factory cooler. I just ran the lines the same way they were on the Dakota originally. And I need to install a cooler because this thing is spinning a lot faster, and I think that pump produces more heat. So when we did the burnout contest, I'm pretty sure I cooked the power steering pump because it wasn't making noise before, and now it's like the pump's kind of complaining. I was hoping it was just a fluid, but I don't think it is. I think I probably messed up the pump. So there's that. There's the door panels on the Hellcoda. There's so many different things that we could just do if we get bored. There's the backup camera that me and Aaron installed in the tailgate. So there's the camera in the tailgate, and it's just a matter of running the wires to it. There's that. I mean, I could go on and on, right? There's still the hood that I want to finish up. I want to reinforce the hood. I want to do a carbon fiber inlay on the bottom side of the hood. Like, it just goes on and on and on. Also, if I hook up the ABS module, if I rerun the lines, the brake lines to the ABS module, then we can start engaging factory line lock, start engaging all sorts of stuff. We can do launch control, get the speedo working. I mean, it goes on and on, you guys. And as far as the RAM, the Hellcat swap RAM, we got power door locks, power windows, power mirrors. We're gonna do some stuff. We're gonna get a race prepped. Me and a buddy are working on doing a drive shaft loop, so we're gonna be offering custom drive shaft loops for you guys as well, or bolt-on ones for the 4th gen. So hopefully that'll come down the pipeline. So I'll be testing that out for you guys. There's so much stuff. Can install a backup camera on the Hellram. Just it goes on and on. SRT Sword, thank you for the $5 super chat, bud. Let me know if there's any specific question I can answer for you. Like I said, anybody that donates a super chat, I definitely spend more time trying to help them out or answer anything that they have. Give away a jet ski, Rude Robarts. I know, seriously. The problem is the jet ski that I have, they both don't run. I don't know if anybody would be down. The two that I want to give away are not running at the moment. The SFT of the Swap 5.7 Hemi giveaway. Yeah, that would be cool too. Hellcoda merch. Yeah, I'm gonna do like Hellram, Hellcoda, those two things. So I just gotta get on this merch thing. The other thing I was explaining too, like YouTube partners with it's called Teespring. I think they changed their name to Spring. So whenever you guys are on one of the videos and you see like the shirts and the hats and stuff at the bottom, that's a third party that's partnered with YouTube, and the margins on there, like literally, I'm not even making like maybe a penny or two on each shirt or hat or whatever, which is fine. Like don't feel bad. I just their base cost is so high that I just left it alone because I wanted you guys to be able to grab some stuff and support the channel, support your boy without it being like a $50 t-shirt or hoodie or something stupid. So, but if you notice a lot of the other YouTubers, what they'll do is they have their own website and they're fulfilling their own orders. But of course, it takes a lot more manpower. But I think it's just something that I have to start doing. So it's just a lot more work on my part because then I have to start, stocking shirts in all sorts of different sizes and whatever else comes along with it, right? You have one shirt that's got like 4 different sizes, and you have that in stock. On and on the story goes. Let's see if I can work through here. I want a friggin' 124 diecast cell code over real. That'd be pretty cool if I could get somebody to make that. Henry says a lot of patience testing small items. It's sounding like to me. That's why you're so amazing and get it done. Yeah, thanks, brother. I try to do this stuff as legit and as factory as possible, right? Bring the Hellram to Irwindale. Yeah, right. Literally on the other side of the planet. I think it would be probably be like at least 40 something hours to get to Irwindale. So you will not see me there anytime soon with the Hellram. SRT Torb says, just keep up the great work. Enjoy your OCD vids. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Your attention to details on the match. Yeah, it's pretty interesting to kind of, when you go to SEMA especially, you see a lot of other YouTubers stuff out there, and just seeing what stuff looks like on camera versus in person. I think anybody that's seen any of our builds or projects in person, I think they're more impressed by how it looks in person versus on camera. Because I'm telling you, when some of the different YouTubers, stuff shows up, and there's plenty of them when you go to SEMA, you'll see the stuff. It's like the build quality is like not at all what you think it is until you're right there and looking up in it. So I will say that much, and that's why I'm building these things this way, so that's at some point in time here, I'm gonna not be able to keep absolutely everything. So I'm building them so that they're all done right, so that's eventually when it comes time to, or if somebody offers me a price for them, they're ready to go. They're already polished, finished product, and not like just a bunch of hack job stuff that needs to be attended to. So I don't know. That's my philosophy on it, at least, or approach to all this stuff is just to have it all done and buttoned up nice. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions. I'm just kind of free balling it a bit tonight. I kind of wanted to spend a bit of time seeing what you guys are saying, and if you guys had any stuff that you wanted answered. Like I said, we're gonna have a bunch of content coming down the pipeline this week as well, and then I'm trying to decide. A SEMA build for the channel would go insane, man. Yeah, I mean, several of the Hellcat for sure is definitely SEMA worthy. I just probably have to spend a bit more time getting partnered up with some other companies as well, and get it into a booth. I don't know though. I've heard at the same time going to the SEMA thing is a bit of a nightmare. It's like you have like hundreds of thousands of people in the event, and I've just heard that like everybody's stuff gets scratched. You got people with rubbing up on stuff, putting their hands all over things. Everybody's got like, if you notice at SEMA, because every time you like go or you walk 10 feet, somebody's got a flyer or something hand you. So everybody always has like 5 million bags and stuff with stickers and flyers and magazines and brochures and stuff. And everybody always like gets up in the car, and then you see like these, what is that stuff called? Almost like those like woven bags. They're just like rubbing up on everybody's car. So I've heard that before. People, get their stuff back from SEMA and it's just demolished if you have something super nice. Max said Demon Ram. I know, right? I mean, the Demon motor is really not different than the Red Eye motor. And to try to find an actual Demon motor these days with the price that the Demon's at, it would be definitely hard to come by. But yeah, I want to build some. I got some other projects, obviously. So we've got the SST project. I do still want to do some sort of a Mustang drift build with a Hemi in it. So that is a project that I want to tackle. But just this truck popped up, and if I get it, you guys will know why I meant to go get it. So I think it'll become pretty obvious why I went to go get it once you guys see it, if it all goes through. I'm just trying to contemplate. I have the guy holding the truck for me. He said it'll hold it for me for 2 weeks, but I'm just a little bit hesitant on waiting 2 weeks just because I don't want somebody to go, buy it for me. So that's kind of where I'm at. Do I go get it and just come straight back, or do I go get it and try to double into a SEMA? I guess let me know in the comments, how interested are you guys to see me document some SEMA stuff for you? I know you guys can go online and there's 5 million other YouTubers that are there usually, but how much do you guys care if I go to SEMA and document the stuff, or would you guys rather just see a road trip in a new project truck? Which one would you guys be more interested in? And then I can probably try to make a better decision on that. So like I said, either I go and I go get this truck, this week or next, maybe this coming weekend, or do I wait 2 weeks, go to SEMA, get the truck, road trip back? That's the two options right now. Henry says, I'd love to see the manufacturer drooling over your builds, seeing what they could have done but dropped the ball on. The SST would be a good SEMA resurrection build. You could get sponsors on board for that for sure. Yeah, it would be for sure. We shall see. Why not both? I'm down for SEMA content. It's better you showing us what's going on there. Okay, so it sounds like people do want to see me at SEMA. The SEMA is just like, that show is absolutely just that. If you guys have ever been, it's just I don't know how it is, after the whole shutdown, whatever, Rona thing, but before then, like, it was just like hundreds of thousands of people. You could barely walk in the place. The whole city was just like booked out. Like trying to get a hotel was just insane. So I don't know if it's still like that, if there's still that many people going there, or if it's back to what it was before, or if it's going to be slightly less amount of people. We shall see. Michael says, "What's up? What's up, Michael? Both would be dope." Yeah. So ideally, I would like to, like I said, go out there, pick up the new vehicle, go to SEMA, and then road trip back. I'm just trying to, just hoping this guy holds this thing for me is the biggest concern. I don't want them to sell it before I get there and have like this big trip planned or something stupid. I'd like to see walk SEMA and get your opinion on builds. You're finding cool vendors for real world solution would be cool. Yeah. Okay. Well, it sounds like people want to see SEMA content from what I gather so far. So I'll try my best to make that happen. I haven't booked my flight just yet, so I'm not too sure yet. You need your toter home like Play has. Yeah, right. I don't have the big boy money just yet. I think I need to get a sidekick to help me crank out videos and get this project, or get this whole channel off the ground more. Would be nice. My plan is to fly out there. Like I'm more excited for the drive and the adventure of getting a new vehicle, because plan is to fly out there, pick up this vehicle, and then go to SEMA and then road trip back, and just it's gonna be kind of like a roadkill thing, hoping that thing makes it all the way back. Because how many years old would it be? It's like almost like 25 years old, the vehicle that I'm thinking of getting. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty entertaining for sure. So hopefully we don't have any issues, because I looked and it's like by the time we get to Vegas and then drive from Vegas all the way back, it's like 30, what is it, a day and 9 hours. So it's like 33 hours of driving in something that's like 25 years old. So we'll see how it goes. Dodge Hellcat says, I like your Dodge trucks. Thank you, sir. Then you'd be able to put the new thing in the trailer. That is true. Yeah, brother, get the road trip footage and show us the bomb food this time. Heck yeah, I'm down. Yeah, I'll try to document the food more. I honestly, I don't always get too experimental with the food when I'm on the road, just because you're literally on the road. So if you eat anything too weird, you have to pay the consequences, I guess, is the best way of putting that. So it's usually why I stick with the McDonald's, but we always make fun of me for the McDonald's run. I missed it at work, unfortunately. What vehicle are you trying to get? So that would be a surprise once we actually get it. So you guys know how it is. It's like I don't really like to talk about things unless they're 100% for sure, and that's just kind of how I am. I've always been that way. I don't want to like hype something up and then for some reason the deal falls through or something doesn't happen until I actually have the keys in my hands and I'm getting it. Then that's when you guys will know as well. So I just I don't like to just BS because we all know there's everybody has a friend like that or knows a YouTuber like that. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and it just never happens. So rather than that, once I get the key in my hands, I'll film it, I'll post it, and you guys will be the first to know. But yeah, it's like I said, it's about 25 minutes old. So driving, like I said, 33 hours back from SEMA to here is going to be a tall order. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to go buy tools just out of precaution once I get there, or if I should take a like get a checked bag and put tools in it so that I have everything. I haven't decided just yet. No McNuggies. It's gonna be all McNuggies. We're gonna get all the nuggies all the way back. Why does it stick with Mickey D's? See, everybody agrees with me. Told you. I told you it's the best way to just stick with the McDonald's. That's the best way to know that you're not gonna get sick. How it goes. That's how it goes. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in. And, you guys are lucky there's not a ton of questions going on, so you guys are able to ask questions and get them answered without it being too much commotion in this live. I might also switch. I wanted to try doing these Monday night lives to see how they would go, but depending on how they go or how many people show up, I might. The Friday night and Saturdays usually do seem to do pretty well, so we'll see. I'll have to compare them to the last time I went live. So yeah, a lot of stuff on the go, you guys. A lot of stuff on the go. Let's see. Any guesses on what we might be picking up? And are you guys, two questions, any guesses on what we might be picking up? And two, are you guys excited to see a Hemi swapped Mustang piss a bunch of people off? Or are you guys going to be equally as pissed off that I'm putting a Hemi into a Mustang? I'm definitely curious to see where you guys stand on that stuff. Let me see if there's anybody's questions I haven't gotten to in the meantime. While you guys let me know on that. SRT Sorb says no. No to what? No Fords, no Fords. Let's see. Let me swap a Honda. I think it would be awesome. Well, if you guys understand my reasoning for why I would be swapping Mustang, then you would understand. I'll get into that in a second. I think Mustang would be cool. I did see a Hellcat one already though. So the reason why I want to put a Hemi into a Mustang isn't to be the well, at least at this point. I wanted to get into the drifting scene. And the reason why I wanted to get a Mustang was because they are cheap. And if I whack it off the wall while learning, which is probably inevitable, then I'm not gonna care, right? And that's the reasoning for it is to build the engine mounts and all that stuff to drop a Hemi in there, so it'll have tons of power to go drifting with. But at the same time, like I said, if I whack it off the wall, I'll be able to find parts for it for cheap. Or worse comes to worse, if I total the thing, I can literally just find another roller and just throw the Hemi and the whole swap into it, and I'll be back in the scene, right? So that's the idea behind doing the Mustang Hemi project. So we'll see. There's that, and then like we're still going to be Hemi swapping the SST, so there's going to be all kinds of Mopar content. I just wanted to shake things up a little bit, and like I said, the reason for the Mustang would be to have a vehicle that we can go drifting with, and if it gets hurt, nobody's going to care. You need to bring a, let's see, pick up a classic 68, 69 Dart and me swap it. But that's already been done for sure, and that's not really a drift build, right? So the drifting scene is just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So I wanted to kind of get my feet wet in that. That's why I'm thinking the Mustang you can get the angle kits. So they sell like the angle kit. If you guys don't know what an angle kit is, whenever you see like a drift car and it goes and like the wheels go like on a 45 or no more than that, they go like on a 90-degree angle. That's the angle kit, so that when you turn the wheel sideways. So there's a bunch of companies that make angle kits for the Mustangs, so there's lots of drift related parts. And like I said, and then if I mess it up, it's not going to be nobody's going to cry because there's just so many of them out there, and we'll just get another one. Let's see. You need to bring a Lowe's bucket with some trash bags for under road trips. Oh my god, that would be disgusting. With a Hemi, that Ford may actually be first on race day. Damn. Honestly, the power to weight ratio, putting like even a 5.7 into one of those Mustangs, like I was thinking like a 99 to 04, they're just so common. Putting that in like the power to weight ratio would probably actually be really stupid. Like if we were trying to gonna like make it fast, it would be a ridiculous runner. And that's just like bone stock power. If you started modifying it, put an 8-speed in it, it'd probably rip, honestly. Jeremy says, with a Hemi, that Ford may be okay. No one cares about a Mustang, dime doesn't. Exactly, that's kind of the reasoning. What Jen's saying and which Hemi. So I was thinking the new Edge, so the 99 to 04, and then it would be a 5.7. The 5.7 that came out of the our Hell Ram, we would throw that into there. That's kind of what I was thinking. Just bought 2016 Ram Sport, but not sure miles are correct. Is there any way to check? Yeah, so if you scan the modules, you'll be able to see. So scan the body control module and the PCM and the TCM, and like there's a bunch of them that log miles, so you'll be able to see that way. Matt said if you're in the middle of nowhere. No, that sounds like a terrible time, Matt. I'm not playing those games. That sounds terrible. So, anyways, yeah, so a bunch of stuff coming up, you guys. I just wanted to hop on today's live. Like I said, hopefully tomorrow I'm not a cripple. I definitely stepped on a nail doing yard work today, so hopefully my foot isn't the size of a balloon in the morning. I'm hoping, and I'll be able to get a bunch of stuff done. Fiat 500 Hemi, make it a mid-engine Italian exotic. Oh my god, that would be cool too. You guys are getting out of control. I guess on the what time is it right now? Oh, 9, almost 9:30. Yeah, even on the West Coast, it's only not even 6:30 over there. So depends what the time difference is. Would you put the 5 Hemi 5.7 bad on the Stang? I guess it could technically. No reason not to. So I'm trying to like I've been keeping an eye out. I'm trying to find a blown up Mustang GT with the 5-speed in it, because then I can get the bell housing adapter for the Hemi, bolt that with the Tremec, and then drop it right in, make some custom engine mounts, and put a Holley EFI system on it, and we'll be rocking. So I'm kind of excited for that. That's just a totally separate project. We probably won't do well. I say that now, but knowing me, who knows? I was gonna say we're not gonna do like a super high build quality, but at the same time, like I said, knowing how I am, we'll probably end up making it fancy. Probably try to do a quick build, but it'll end up probably turning out high quality as usual. Jason says hello. Good evening. What's up, Brian? 5.7, 6.1, or 6.4. That is a question. So it's going to be the 5.7 that came out of the 20, like the Hell Ram. So it'll be the 5.7 that came out of that truck because I already have it sitting on the stand right there. So it'll most likely be that one. Hemi minivan. I think that I wonder if that guy gave up on it. I don't follow him, but there was that other big YouTuber. I don't know how you say his name. Tavarish, Tabasco. I don't know how you say his name. But he was hyping up that he was going to build that Hellcat Pacifica. That there was that concept of it or whatever. Or I think somebody was just rendering it. I don't think it was a concept. But I know he was hyping it up. He got the van and he had the engine next to it. And he said he was gonna make it happen. But I don't know if that ever got completed. I think if it would have got completed, we would have heard about it by now. But I'm not sure. I haven't seen it. What drive shaft do you make? So it's a custom drive shaft that I will be offering as well. So I designed that drive shaft myself because I wasn't really too happy with the other offerings that took away the balancer. So if you guys are interested, it's gonna be more than the other offerings. So it's several $100s more um, than the other ones that are out there. But I'm gonna be testing it. So if you guys want to wait for me to test it a little bit more, but so far so good. Had it up over 100 the last few days, and no vibration, which is good. So, and then we're gonna be hitting the track here the next month or two, and then as we get into winter, we'll be trying to see what kind of times we can lay down with this Hellcat spot for him. So we will be at the track. That's one thing I will say. I want to get back to the track. The Dakota is still a bunch of little bugs to work out. Not only that, but it needs to be caged so we would get thrown out of the track. With the Ram, with it being a newer truck, they NHRA changed the rules, so everything 2014 and newer can go 899, which is insane. So that's the one nice thing with the Ram is as long as we have a drive shaft loop, I can run the slicks on it. We can run up to 899, which I don't think we're going to be hitting anytime soon. At least I don't know. I think we'll be into the tens, but I don't think we'll be doing sub nines. But I'll be able to run that. The Dakota, on the other hand, still the issues with the vibration. So what I'm doing, and just so you guys think I'm not doing anything, I am testing my theory on the Ram since I had to build another drive shaft for it. If I get the Ram all sorted out, I have no vibration on that. We can take it through the strip, no problems. Then I'm going to take that concept and theory, apply it to the Dakota. Then we can test the Dakota. If there's no vibration, then maybe, potentially maybe, I will think about caging it so we can go to the track. Only thing is, it'd just be a shame to cut up the interior and having to drill holes through the dash and stuff to be able to cage the Dakota. I think it would really take away from the kind of street show look that it has. If we put a cage in there, I think it would kind of be a little bit ugly. So that's kind of where I'm at on that. But at the same time, too, if we made one pass, a clean pass in the Dakota, we're just gonna get thrown out of the track. Not only that, but those rules are in place for safety reasons, right? Like those rules that you need a cage are there not just to piss people off; they're there for a reason. So, because that, like, if you guys could only like feel and experience how fast a Dakota is, you would understand where I'm coming from. Because the thing is just stupid fast for what it is, and it's like a small little truck, so it's not exactly uh, the most safe feeling vehicle. It's fun, it's rowdy, and it's an animal, but I don't know if the full safety aspect is there. So it's just one of those things. We did get a super chat though, so let me jump to that. If anybody wants to ask a question with super chat, like I said, I'll spend a little more time on your question and try to help you out, especially when you contribute to the channel and the cause. So Nate, thank you for the $10. Says, love the channel. Just bought my first Ram and have gotten conflicted answers on trans fluid. 109,000 miles, 2014 Bighorn. Thoughts on flush fill? Don't have any history on it. Thanks. First and foremost, drop another comment, Nate. I'm gonna assume that you have the 8-speed. So just let me know if that's the case, because I know 2014, you still like the 8-speed was still an option. So I'm gonna assume it's the 8-speed, but just let me know. If it is the 8-speed, I would, especially at 100,009 miles, don't flush it, but just drop the fluid. So don't go to, don't bring it somewhere that's just like a quick lube type place. I guess if you're gonna do it yourself, then I'll tell you what to do, or I guess just write this down and have somebody do it for you, depending on if you're working on your own stuff. Yeah, so it is 8-speed. So don't flush it, don't run any solvent through it, don't do any of that crap. What you're gonna do is you're going to drop the pan. There is a drain bolt on the pan, so it's up to you if you want to like loosen off that drain bolt. On the 5.7, the drain bolt on the pan is like right where the Y pipe is. It's pretty dumb design, so you can't even like open up the drain bolt without it pissing on top of the Y pipe anyway. So just take out all the bolts. Just let the fluid run out of the back of the pan. I have a video on it, but change the pan. The filter is part of the pan, and I also did some videos on using aftermarket pans. Don't bother with the Dorman one. They leak. They cause all sorts of issue. It's going to be a little bit more, but not that much. Spend the money on the Mopar pan. And so definitely get the OEM filter pan. So it's all in one. So get one of those. And then as far as fluid, you have two options. It's the same fluid. It's just two different suppliers. So make sure you run the OEM fluid. There's some people that, yeah, they'll try to convince you that you can get away with running Valvoline Max Life or something stupid. Don't do it. Just stick with the OEM stuff. It's if you buy all OEM stuff, doing a fluid change is going to cost you like maybe a couple $100, 300 at the most if you do it yourself. So you're probably going to need about 5 to 6 quarts of fluid. You can get it on Amazon, and you can get either the Mopar brand, which it'll say like Mopar 8.9 speed transmission fluid. It's like a light green color. Or you can get it directly from ZF, so it's called Lifeguard Fluid 8. It's the same fluid, it's just whether it's packaged in the Mopar or packaged in the ZF bottle. Same fluid, but run that stuff, run an OEM filter, and don't run any solvents, don't flush it, just drop it. Put the new pan on, run the fill procedure. I have videos on that, so check on this channel. You'll see how to make sure you check it, how to check the proper fluid level. It's got a little bolt, a fill bolt on the side. You can fill it, make sure there's a whole sequence. Has to be the temperature of the transmission has to be a certain temperature when you check it. So watch the videos, run through the procedure, and do it that way. But yeah, 109, you don't have history. I would just swap it. You're not going to wreck anything. You're just going to prolong it. These are really tough transmissions, but at that kind of mileage, I would definitely just change it and make sure that way you know what you got. So hopefully that answers your question. Like I said, anybody that donates to a super chat, you can see I spend a lot more time on that answer. So if anybody has a specific question, drop me a super chat and I will do my best to answer. And then I will do my best to get to the regular questions. Max is trying to smog my Dakota. Now I understand why you love California. Minivan Drift. I think we were talking about that van, the Pacifica, that Tabasco, or whatever he's called, was trying to build. What's up, John? Hellram Charger, old school. Yeah, that'd be cool too. Hey, Boosty Motorsports and chat. What's up? Ram Charger, Hellcat, Ram Charger. I'm not really a fan of the Ram Charger. You guys might hate me for saying that. It's not really my vibe. You're in luck. John has a video on it. That is true. Congratulations, Nate. Welcome to the club, Nate. What's up? What's up, Will? The fluid is outrageous. It's not that bad, honestly. If you usually I usually buy it on Amazon, and they sell it in cases of 6, and I think it works out to be like $20-something a quart. Which, when you're talking like 5 quarts or so, it ends up being like $100 or $110 in around there to get like 6 quarts, which isn't the end of the world, knowing that you have fluid in there that's the right fluid. It's cheaper than buying a transmission, and the service intervals are pretty long on these things. Like you can go like 60 to 90K without having to change it if you're just driving like a normal person. Nate says, thank you. One shop wanted to put a Dorman for like $600, but after checking your bids, figured it was worth it to ask. Yeah, so $600, that's insane. Yeah, so if you actually, I did a video on the Dorman pan, and one of my buddies, Stuart, had the Dorman pan, and I show you guys where his just decided to start puking out of the side of it. And it's just, it's not worth it, because especially on a transmission that doesn't have a dipstick, if it does start leaking, you have no way of filling it when you're out on the road, or, even if you drove to AutoZone, you're not going to be able to buy the fluid. You're not going to have it in stock. Or even if you drove to a dealership, like, how are you going to put the fluid in on the side of the road? Like, it's just, or at a gas station, it's just impossible with having the fill bolt on the side of the transmission. So I would do it right. Just spend the extra bit of money, use OEM fluid, OEM pan, and just you won't have any problems. So trust me, I've tried using the Dorman pan, and it just when I started snugging up the bolts and I saw like the plastic all flexing and stressing in different areas, I was like, this isn't gonna work. So Shady says, run, Nate. I agree. Hey, John, thanks for the awesome videos. Also, have a Tradesman 14, regular cab short bed, and also doing a full dash center console and power windows swap. Those are vids. Thanks, man. That'll be a nice swap for you for sure. Will be a nice swap. So, yeah, lots of stuff coming up, you guys. I'm pretty excited for just race season, buttoning up some of these different builds, all kinds of stuff. So, Um, and oddly enough, I'm starting to get kind of excited for the SST and getting that underway. So I know like still gonna wrap up the other stuff, but just tinkering with the SST sounds like I don't know. It sounds fun to me, just messing with something that's old school. Because I know how we build things or how I build things. There's so much potential in that SST. Like I'm pretty pumped to see what we can make it look like. To be honest. I think it's gonna look pretty cool. I haven't seen. There's one guy. What's his name? We follow each other on Instagram. I think it's like one bad NPR, like from Mopar or something like that. He's out of Arizona, but he has a white blue stripe SST, and it looks so badass done up. I'm just when I saw his and kind of he did it to similar styling that you guys are used to and seeing on my channel, like it got me pretty amped up to get it done. But let's do like 5 more minutes, and then we're gonna wrap up. You guys been on here for over an hour, but I don't want to water it down too much. Can't wait to see the Hell Ram go down the track. Yeah, me too, man. That's fun. I actually, it was pretty funny. There was an F-150 that tried to pull up on me. Was it yesterday or today? I should have recorded it, but I was having fun in the moment. But they were like trying to they were like doing this and all over the place. And I was in hell ram, and then they rode my ass, and then they tried to do a racer flyby, and I had the window open. I kind of had my arm hanging out, and I literally just threw up the deuces, and it was just gone. But they were good sports. I threw up the peace sign saying peace out type thing, and they were waving out the window like goodbye because I was just gone. I was gone, but. I should probably recorded it, but it was a newer, like, probably Coyote motor with a 10 speed in it. And it was for, I don't know what appeared to be a mostly stock truck. It had an exhaust and stuff on it, but it actually wasn't slow, I'll tell you that much, but we definitely left it in the dust. Interested to see how you're going to get the Hellram to hook. You guys will see that this week because I have some wheels that will help us with traction. The Hellcat 2. I have a drive shaft, pro drive shaft. What do you think of it? Just the one thing, like I said, I'm not picking on any specific drive shaft companies, but all of them, all of the aftermarket ones, except for the one that I had custom built, they all eliminate the factory balancer. And I've seen people break transmission with Drive Shaft Pro, Drive Shaft Shop. All sorts of people have been breaking transmissions with all of them. So that's why I went ahead and just built a custom one. Matt says, damn, why has it got to be an F-150? Eric, they're on the deuces. So have you figured out the setup for the drive shaft for the Hellcat? So like I mentioned earlier in this live, I'm testing the prototype concept and idea. Like the same problem on the Dakota is the same problem on the Ram. It's the same reason why people are snapping transmissions on Hellcat cars. There's been a bunch of people snapping transmissions in half on Ram trucks. Like everybody's doing it. So it's not like just the Dakota had a one-off event. Even my buddy Jason, he's always trying to dial in his pinion angles and everything. He's broken both. So he broke an 8 HP 70. He's broken an 8 HP 90. He broke a brand new Hellcat transmission. So it's not just me. That's why. And one thing, like me and Jason were joking around, like when you break a Hellcat transmission, that hurts because those things are stupid expensive. They're like, last I checked, they were like MSRP is like $6,500. With all this inflation, I'm sure it's gone even higher. Whereas breaking a 70 isn't as bad. You can pick one up for $1,000 or $1,500 at the most because they're just way more plentiful. So I'm testing all my theories on the RAM. If I get the RAM dialed in where I don't have any drive shaft vibrations whatsoever, then I will remake, because it's going to cost quite a bit of money, but I will remake and redesign the drive shaft for the Dakota, and then hopefully that will solve the problems there as well. So, yeah, one step at a time, you guys. Like I said, I am working on it, but I'm working on it in a just roundabout way where I'm working on it on the Ram, since I had to make a drive shaft for that. So I'm testing my theory on that. If that's 100% solid, no vibration, then we'll take that, what we learned on that, apply it to the Dakota, then hopefully we should have 2 vehicles that we can rip on. So that is that. So that's going to be pretty much it, you guys. So I'm going to wrap up this live here. We went for an hour and 10 minutes. So comment down below, or if you guys are watching this after, if you guys didn't get a chance to watch it live, drop an actual comment and tell me, what time works best for you guys. If this was good, we started at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, so 5:30 Pacific. Obviously being on Monday, I have done them on Fridays, I've done them on Saturdays, but comment down below what you guys like best as far as the time frame, and we'll go from there. So thanks for joining in, you guys. Have a good night. See you guys on the next video. Lost this week, as long as my foot that I stepped on a nail with performs. We'll see you guys later.